All right, what's up, AFA social media world? It's your boy Threat, CMCC Movement TV. That's my YouTube channel. So if you got time to go and check it out, go and subscribe. I have a link set up to this video so that way you can find it on your own. Copy paste, put it up there until I figure out how to, you know, put the link on there so you can just click the link and automatically subscribe. But what I was wanting to do, I want to hurry up and get here so I can record what was on my mind. Uh, a lot of people probably not be familiar with the Willie Lynch syndrome. Willie Lynch syndrome was a seminar that was done a few hundred years ago. And the problem that I have with it a lot of the times is that people that I know that study this, teachers, professors, they tend to take it upon themselves to say that, you know, it wasn't real or it was fake or somebody just made up a story. The thing that I challenge you and anybody else that's doing the research or the study on that topic in itself, the Willie Lynch syndrome, the making of a slave. What I would ask you is that it says somewhere in the seminar presentation that Willie Lynch was given to this town. I got to find out. You find out the information. Just go research it. It said that once you implement these instructions that he give you, then this process and the way that it works would be on its own axis for the next 500 years to even 1,000 years. So when we look at ourselves as a culture of people, especially people of color, when we look at ourselves as far as a culture of people and what we're dealing with today, it goes to show that we're doing exactly what this said. I asked some professors, and why do you believe it to be fake? And their only response is that they didn't use those type of words back then, or that way of saying it wasn't in that era or that time. And my attitude in response to that is, whether the words don't add up or whether it made sense or not, what I'm saying is that when you read that from a few hundred years ago and we see what we're doing right now to this day, then some similarities to that has to be accurately true. You know, so that's one thing. Check out that Willie Lynch syndrome. And I'm going to keep contacting with y'all with new books or new concepts to follow through and read up on. And if you have ideas, then shoot me an inbox or a comment so I can do my research and find out more information about whatever I'm talking about, you know. So the next thing, what was on my heart is that I need my people of color to understand that we are our own worst enemies. True, there's a lot of things going on with police officers, the system, the systematic structure of everything being against us, blase and blase, which is true. However, let's look at the demographics of what really counts and what really affects and what's having the truest impact. When you take Bloods, a Blood's worst enemy is what? Crip, brothers of color. You take a GD, growth and development. Their worst enemies is what? Vice lords. Okay, so we're dealing with Muslims, Christians, brothers against brothers. So let's expand that and touch into a little more similar brothers of color. Usos, you got RSPs, your worst enemy, SOSs. Let's talk to my Cambodian brothers. OLBs, LOCs, your own worst enemy, yourself. Norteños, Sureños, own worst enemies. Native Crips, Native Bloods, own worst enemies. Can you see the process that's going on? We hate each other so much that how can we really blame anybody else for being against us? And the reason why people do the things that they're doing to us is because we're not unified enough as a culture to say enough is enough. When people see that you're dealing with a well-oiled machine that isn't to be played with, that force to be reckoned with, when people start to acknowledge that, then it'll be less harm that'll be inflicted upon that group of people. Now, don't ever misconstrue what I mean by brothers of colors, because if I grab one of my white boys the wrong way, my white homeboy turn more colors than anybody put together. So those are my brothers incorporated into this concept of moving forward as well. It's not about a race thing with me and never will be and never have been. The system in itself is a conjoinment of a lot of different races, assorted races that work together to do whatever it is they're doing. And we must figure out a way to work together to do what we need to do in order to get us out of these situations that we find ourselves being in consistently. Our generations, the generations before us, and the generations that come after if we don't correct our steps and stuff right now. So that being said, I hope y'all got a dose. Check out the following links, and I got a few more videos on my stuff. I'm gonna be dropping y'all videos once a week thus far. I'm gonna probably make sure the videos is dropped every Friday about 12 o'clock. So work with me. I'm gonna do my best to keep consistent with this because my homeboy A Trey Couch told me, you know what I'm saying, consistency, 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 and that's what we're here to do today. Um, so that's my comments. I mean, that's my projections to my community, my people, my world. Tell me what you think. Get back at me and keep it pushing. Tag, share this too. You know, get it out there to people so they can get a vibe of what's going on as well. Um, and the last note, people, stay focused and be happy, man. Simple. I'm out.